General Hospital spoilers for the week of October 28th to November 1st reveal that Sidwell will return to Port Charles after he was last seen in Miami, with a clear goal: to recover the diamonds that were stolen from him at any cost. However, Sidwell's return is not just about retrieving his assets, but also the beginning of a ruthless revenge plan. Those who betrayed him, especially Holly, are at the top of his list. Sidwell's reappearance has plunged the entire city into a tense atmosphere. New dangers are gradually emerging, with many characters being pulled into the deadly web of conspiracies. Sidwell, known for his cold and ruthless nature, doesn't hesitate to use violence to achieve his goals. The diamonds aren't just valuable for their monetary worth, they symbolize his revenge. Those who dare to stand against Sidwell are facing life-threatening situations as a series of unexpected events and mysterious deaths start occurring across Port Charles. Sidwell's arrival not only threatens the peace of the city, but also places many key characters in danger. Those involved in the theft of his diamonds will not escape his impending wrath. New shocks await, along with a wave of sudden deaths, pushing the characters into their most severe predicaments yet. It's certain that Sidwell will not stop until he completes his revenge. Sam has died, marking the end of actress Kelly Monaco's role, with her final episode set to air soon. Sam's death is a huge shock to her loved ones and the audience. However, the story doesn't stop there. It seems like the madness is reaching its peak with one of the new events that will change everything: Lulu waking up after a long coma. Lulu's awakening has created an incredible turning point in the story, especially as she faces the heartbreaking truth about Sam's death. Lulu feels deep guilt and remorse over Sam's sacrifice, as Sam suffered many complications following the organ transplant. This feeling makes Lulu a more complex character, torn between personal grief and the responsibility to those around her. Lulu's return is not just about her physical recovery, but also brings a series of psychological upheavals and important decisions she must make. She will have to figure out how to repay Sam's sacrifice while also grappling with her own mixed emotions about the path ahead. These developments not only push the story to a climax, but also promise even more drama as Lulu enters a new phase of her life, with decisions that could forever change both her and those around her. Alexis has just uncovered a shocking secret. Cyrus tampered with Sam's surgery, directly leading to her death. This revelation sends Alexis into a crisis of anger and despair. The feeling of loss, combined with the dark truth about her daughter being harmed, has pushed Alexis into a state of immense grief. However, this is just the beginning of the next wave of turmoil. Molly, Alexis's daughter, is struggling with chaotic emotions regarding Sam's passing, and this has driven a new conflict between mother and daughter. Molly feels abandoned and blames Alexis for not doing enough to protect Sam, while Alexis carries deep regret for not discovering Cyrus's plot earlier. The fight between the two escalates as Molly confronts Alexis with harsh accusations, blaming her for Sam's death. Despite her pain from the loss, Alexis cannot accept the criticism from her daughter. The tension between them continues to rise as both are unable to cope with the grief and face their guilt. This creates a new wave of emotional turmoil for both Alexis and Molly, as they wrestle with harsh truths and deep emotional wounds. This story is not just about Sam's loss, but also opens up a complex and strained relationship between mother and daughter, pushing both Alexis and Molly into even deeper internal struggles. Can they overcome this pain and mend their relationship, or will these conflicts lead to even more serious consequences? Heather has been released, and this not only shocks Port Charles, but also signals the onset of a series of chaotic events. Despite Heather's insistence that she only wants to live a peaceful life, the town's residents cannot forget her dark past, and Heather's return seems to be setting the stage for a dangerous new reign, as her dark schemes begin to surface. Curtis Ashford and Portia Robinson, both of whom have complicated relationships with several characters connected to Heather, quickly recognize that her presence is a major threat to everyone around them. Curtis, with his sharp instincts, senses that Heather isn't merely content to live quietly, but is secretly laying the groundwork for a dangerous plan. Both Curtis and Portia know that if they don't act quickly, Heather could cause unimaginable damage. Portia, determined to protect her family and loved ones, especially her daughter Trina, teams up with Curtis to devise a plan to deal with Heather. They plan to closely monitor Heather's every move, while also preparing measures to stop her before she can cause more harm. The first signs of Heather's dangerous plot are beginning to emerge, and Curtis and Portia must be ready to face a psychological and power struggle, where Heather remains unpredictable. Tensions continue to rise as Curtis and Portia confront a cunning and clever Heather, who won't be easily taken down. Both are determined to do whatever it takes to stop Heather, but they also know that she may not back down easily. The confrontations between them are not just about physical strength, but also intelligence and strategy, as both sides can't predict the other's next move. Meanwhile, Heather appears to be quietly recruiting hidden allies, building a dangerous reign to solidify her power in Port Charles. The confrontation between Heather and the duo of Curtis and Portia promises to bring the story to the height of drama and danger. Will Curtis and Portia be able to stop Heather before it's too late, or will they face disastrous consequences caused by Heather's actions?